And we are ready to go already. So this is almost on time. What a nice feat to have a game starting on time. Let's see if I can get the overlay. No, this is the wrong one. But we're still in the 9th round on Dust 2. This is Game Show League, brought to you by Game Agents TV and Boo Nostalgie, taking on MyXMG, the mixed team, against the Danish squad, the upcoming maybe prospects that you probably all know already. It is MSL, Tensky, Hunden, Kevi, and PNX for MyXMG. On the other side we have SF, Overdrive, Apex, Hooch, and Kali for Nostalgie. SF is replacing Kenny S today, as he couldn't make it, and Nostalgie win a flawless 9th round. Haven't seen that in a long time. But it's not that important on this too. And there we go. You can see the sponsors of Game Show League on the bottom, of course. And I welcome you to the stream. I'm Boo from Germany, and this is going to be hopefully a great game on this too between the two teams. Obviously, Nostalgie should be the favorite in this matchup, as we have Apex and Kali, who could potentially carry a team on their own if they have their days. And Kali already shows what he's made of with a headshot onto Hunden, opening up the fragging. PNX with the instant reply, and I have to go offline on Steam Friends. I'll do that after the pistol round. So the terrorists are going for a long and short split. The CT split up on a 2 and 2 setup. Apex just now rotates towards long, carefully peeking into short to not be backstabbed. And the terrorists are now entering long against SF, who's sitting there with an instant headshot. He takes out MSL. Great shot, but he can't follow it up now. As I say that, he takes out Cav with another nice headshot. Apex comes in to help his teammate out, and it's PNX alone on short for the Danish squad. He has picked up 2 frags already, and he just needs to hang on to take out SF on long and maybe get the bomb planted if he could make it to the bomb. That is obviously the question. 15 seconds on the board. I highly doubt he will make it to the A bomb site, as the CTs have rotated over there already. He's trying to get there, but it's 6 seconds on the clock. MyXMG. Oh my god, PNX could make that with a headshot onto Overdrive. He needs to go for the kill, but Hooch is there. Luckily for Nostalgie, PNX wasn't able to find him in time, and the CTs win the first round to start it off, but they got really close on clinching that round. MyXMG almost turning it around. PNX with a 4K in the round, and if he had won that pistol round, I would have been completely stomped and silenced for a second, I guess. Like this, Nostalgie have to go against that save round. Tensky with the captured M4A1 that Apex dropped for him, with a very aggressive push into the back, into the middle. He took only one of the terrorists out and then went down. Now MyXMG trying to hold on to middle. They have been pushed from behind by SF. MSL with 3 frags. Once again, it's only one player in the round stepping it up for MyXMG, and if MSL could find Kali, who's down at the slope, he could have planted the bomb, but Kali is there with the FAMAS, taking him out, making it 2-0. But the rounds are pretty close. A little bit too close, in my opinion. Nostalgie being the hefty favorites. Not if you ask the viewers, obviously. Nostalgie with 50 votes. MyXMG with 40 votes. So that is kind of close. But the Danes haven't planted a bomb and are going for the 3rd save round. They tried frags. Apex with the USPS standing in the middle like a sentinel. He takes them all out. And now it's Overdrive to show up. He misses a crucial frag and goes down to Kev, who is now capturing the B bomb site, and he gets another spray kill with a three bullet burst of the Glock. He takes out Apex, finally the first bomb plant for the terrorists. And Kev to hold on to it, but he's down to low HP already, being pushed from the front and from behind as well. Hooch with ease takes him out and makes it 3-0. But a very promising start for MyXMG. As you can see, the money isn't looking too strong for the CTs, and that's exactly what the terrorists are looking for in those save rounds that they have at the beginning of the match. If they lose the pistol, they try to keep the money on the CT side as low as possible, to have the possibility of forcing them to save as soon as possible. And we have the first AWP in the hands of Kali. Hooch now being taken out by Kev from back of spawn, actually. Kev staying inside the spawn and just shooting down into middle. Kali retaliates with the frag onto PNX, makes it a 4v4 again. And the terrorists are still just slowly building up their strategy. Nostalgie with two players in middle. They spot Hunden with that tower, but Hunden quickly turns around to take down Kali. Easy frag for him. He exactly knew where the CTs are at, and he just needed to pull the trigger. If he hadn't got the frag on the lower CT onto Kali, he would have gotten the frag onto the CT that stood on the head of his teammate. Now the terrorists make their way into B bomb site. MSL takes down Overdrive from above. And Nostalgie in a bad position. They probably need to save their weapons already. It's a 2v4. They are very far away from the bomb site. There's not much they can do about it. SF tries to get the AWP into safety to save it for the next round. And he just joins Apex on the A bomb site. They set up a defense, but MyXMG is probably not too eager to look for the weapons. Their money is just building up right now as well. They sent down Tensky into middle, but he is not really peeking out. He's just checking and waiting for the CTs to maybe make a mistake and push back into middle to get a cheeky frag out of there, but that won't happen. And MyXMG on the board in the 4th round on the terrorist side. This is exactly what they were looking for, to gain momentum. And 4 players surviving is obviously a nice feat for them, as they are slowly but surely building up their money. And I can't show you the weapon on Apex. He's probably bought an M4A1, yes, as the overlay is still a little bugged. Steam was updating a few times. At first they updated, then only one grenade showed up anymore. Then they updated again to have all the nades back, and some minor bugs slipped in, so sometimes you can't see the primary weapon of the players. But let's not talk about that anymore, as Hunden opens up short for the terrorists. He's not overextending though. He waits for his teammates to make a push, and actually MyXMG just wait for the CTs to make a rotation and adjust to that player that they have lost. And actually it is Apex trying to regain control of short, but he's forced away, dealing a great deal of damage into Hunden. But then he needed to get away and stay alive for the CTs to still have a chance of controlling that terrorist push. MyXMG with a long and short split now, trying to clamp in on the A bomb side. Tensky checks out Pit. SF is alone on the bomb side. He sprays away with the FAMAS, gets a frag onto BNX, follows it up with a frag onto Hunden, but it's MSL to push him from behind. They still don't know that Apex is still in the smoke. Apex with a frag onto MSL, even though he was tagged from the side as the terrorists were pushing from long. Apex stayed alive and managed to get a frag out of there. Amazing play by him, staying in the smoke, staying hidden, and not allowing the terrorists to do that, to get rid of that final defender. Tensky now takes out Hooch and Apex as well. The two were trying to get a tower and get a peek into the A bomb site, but Tensky was watching them all the way. And it's Overdrive alone. He's down to 11 HP with the AWP in hand. He tries to save that, MyXMG with a nice 2-round streak, closing the gap to only 1 round onto Nostalgie. And this is obviously the save round now for the CTs. A nice tag onto Hooch, who was crossing towards Speed in middle onto from Kev. And SF with that FAMAS tries to hold on too long, but he's stormed by all the MyXMG players. Goes down after only taking out MSL. And it's now Nostalgie to boost themselves up onto the A-bomb site. They still have Kali with the AWP. And he needs to watch out as Kavi is peeking him from pit. Great shot by the Danish AWP player. PNX comes in from short to make the A push happen for his team. Gets rid of 2 CTs. Cav just gets rid of Hooch, who was trying to push in onto the back of the terrorists and try to get a cheeky frag out of there with his pistol. But it's not a real danger for MyXMG, even if Cav hadn't taken him down. The Danes still would have won that round and make it 3-3. The CTs with a force buy now. A FAMAS in the hands of SF and Kali. Try to put everything they have between them and the terrorists, but Apex gets tagged by Kev, who is really on point right now, hitting every shot with the AWP and being where he is needed the most. Whenever he is needed, he is there for his team. MyXMG with the obvious middle build up to start the strategy. 4 players in short, 3 players in short. Now MSL rotated into middle. Tensky is checking out B tunnels, and Kev is still holding his AWP at spawn. Now joins Tensky on the B push as Apex goes to work in middle. He gets 2 frags out. Hooch with 1 at the B bomb site. And it looks like the terrorists will fall apart in this round. They are stalled in B tunnels. They really need to move now. They are pushed from behind by SF. Tensky is trying to kind of get rid of the player before he can even do anything. Now looks for the kill and gets a headshot onto SF, but the bomb is dropped in middle, as you can see on the screen. Kali is already pushing forward to prevent the terrorists from getting into middle. Tensky and Kev with 15 seconds on the clock. They can do anything, but they won't win that round anymore. Kev is just lining up for a kill in B. Overdrive is more or less stupidly peeking out and picked off by the AWP player, but the CTs win the round easily. Hooch and Kali staying alive for them. And after giving away 3 rounds in a row, Nostalgie is back on the board. And let's see who got the most frags right now. It's Apex, of course, with 8 frags on top of Nostalgie, followed by SF with 6. And let's see if Kev hits another shot. No, actually he didn't even shoot. But MSL with 7 on MyXMG, Kev with 6, and the terrorists with a very fast push into A long. They're opposed by 2 CTs. Kali staying behind that small gap. He's down to 42 HP now, and he pushes through the smoke to surprise the terrorists, and he gets 2 headshots onto Hunden and MSL. Tensky with the retaliation, but the damage is dealt to the terrorists. They are slowed down on the long push. The CTs can easily rotate the players to the A platform if they want to, and the terrorists are forced away from long. They need to reposition themselves, and that's exactly what they do. Tensky is still checking out long. Now the bomb gets juggled around between Tensky and Kev. Probably the AWP gets put into pit to surprise the CTs if they dare to peek into A long. The rest of the terrorists are now pushing forward onto short. The CT is still checking it out, and Hooch is doing exactly what I said. Kev takes him out, and the surprise frag for the terrorists will open up the A bomb site. Now the terrorists need to work against Apex, who gets another headshot onto PNX where he shouldn't get a frag. Apex always chimes in with 1, and he stays alive at the same time. 20 HP left for the French player. but he's still around and he just waits for Overdrive to open up A long against Kev. And Kev now just realized that he might be pushed from the side. Goes to work onto Overdrive, but Apex gets the 2 frags with the M4A1 onto the AWP player and onto the A defender as well. Apex just being on fire like he was basically all his life. With 3 frags in the round, he single-handedly wins it for Nostalgie and makes it 5-3. That was just amazing play by Apex once again, not only staying alive in that very precarious position when 2 players pushed him from short, but he also got a frag out of that very bad position, and then he came back to win the round even for Nostalgie. And remember, he only had 20 HP. What a great play by Apex, but MyXMG is not done yet. They decide to buy up once again AWP for Kev. And he's the man to watch on the MyXMG squad, in my opinion. He did a great deal of work already for the Danes. But he's smoked off for now and left trying to rotate. I think he spotted the CT. I think he spotted Apex rotating towards P. And that should be communicated to his teammates, and maybe MyXMG could get a cheeky rotation while Kev is still scoping into middle. The CTs can't pull their 3 players back to A. So that's the time when MyXMG should be able to rather easily get a hold on the A bomb site. And that's what they're trying to do now. MSL, Handen and Kev together will push A long, where SF is in a very bad position. He was exposed way too much. MSL gets a shot off, even though he's down to 11 HP. The terrorists take him out together. Cali goes down to Tensky, and the terrorists have the hold onto the A-bomb side. Apex, though, still alive in CT spawn, and he gets a frag through the smoke. And let's see if he can do any more. No, PNX takes him out with a headshot, while Tensky got rid of 1 on long. And Overdrive with only 34 HP left, saving once again. The Russian player for Nostalgie is now found by Handen in B bomb side. Warosh is just going in there. Handen jumped through the hole in the wall and quickly picked up the frag as if he knew where Overdrive was at. 5-4 now. MyXMG is not allowing the CTs to run away with the scoreline at the moment. And obviously, as I said, Overdrive, the Russian support player for Nostalgie, he's just casually mixing in, as you all know. But he won one of the bigger tournaments already with Nostalgie, so you can never count out his teams. He puts them, or basically he puts them together and tries to have some fun. And I think he's not having too much fun at the moment with only 2 frags on the board. But MyXMG is still not in the lead. Even though they are now up against a safe round, they are taking their time, slowly but surely, checking out the angles, waiting for the CTs to make a mistake, running down the clock, trying to get the CTs nervous. And now they're going in with the B split through middle. 3 players through middle. And it's Apex with a P250, instantly goes down to PNX. Tensky with 1 onto Hooch and another one to follow it up onto Overdrive. B is completely swept by the terrorists. Handen now fires away onto Cali and gets a frag together with his teammates. It's SF to stand alone against 5 terrorists. And he comes in through the tunnels where Kev is at with his AWP. And Kev needs to watch out. If SF could get the frag and could save the AWP, that would be great for the CTs, as SF could pass it on to Cali and make it a little easier for the CTs to afford that buy. And unluckily for SF, he is looking all over the place, but every terrorist is going away from him. Now he peeks into CT spawn, almost got the frag. But the terrorists all stay alive, so is SF with a CSPS that's not really worth saving. But MyXMG draw the game at 5. And they are looking better round by round. Let's see if they can overcome that force buy with 4 FAMASes on the CT side. SF being the sole long defender as he was the whole game long. Hooch already goes to work onto Tensky, then goes down to PNX, but Apex and Overdrive chime in with 1 each to swing the momentum around into the CT's favor. MSL and Cav left standing for the terrorists. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Now it's only 13 seconds, but MyXMG has plenty of time to work their way back into the round. The CTs are not done yet. They need to stick together and wait for the terrorists to make a mistake. Overdrive with a headshot onto MSL with that FAMAS. Racks up 2 frags in that round and goes huge. Cav now goes down in the middle to Overdrive, and with his 3k he wins that force buy for Nostalgie, and he saves the AWP for Cali. Nostalgie back on the board, 6-5, and Apex with 13 frags on top of them. On the other side we have Tensky and Cav and PNX with 9 each. And another tag by Cav onto Overdrive, who crossed towards B. Down to 19 HP he goes. And the terrorists with a very fast long push. The CT is completely blinded, but the nice anti-flashes slowed down the terrorists enough to Apex to get 3 frags with the FAMAS. Great recovery by the CTs on long. Tensky now all alone after his teammate Cav went down to Hooch. And Hooch with the 2nd frag of the round takes out Tensky as well. Nostalgie, Storm, MyXMG with the help of Apex on long. They win that fast push and make it 7-5. MyXMG still buying up with 1 Galil and Handen with a P250. And Cav once again tagging the CTs. He's really on point, hitting all those door shots today. And even though the terrorists couldn't really capitalize on the wounded CT on B in the last round, maybe this is the opening that the terrorists need in this one. And this time they are going for a slow setup. Terrorists build up their strategy with the occasional waiting game that we see on Dust 2 so often. Na'Vi being the first team that actually perfected that game style, to wait until the clock runs down to 45 seconds and then make their move. Sometimes they end up losing the round due to the time running out. But of course, this is the way to go for Dust 2 in the current scene. Almost every team goes with that strategy. And MyXMG push into B, take down Overdrive and Apex without losing a single player. They put down the bomb as well, and even though the CTs have 2 AWPs in their lineup, they couldn't do anything about that push. The perfect setup for MyXMG to go into B against those 2 AWPs that would have shut them down on A. They avoided being scoped and went into B without being really contested. Overdrive and Apex were not too hard to kill for them, and SF, Hooch and Kali try to hold on to their weapons to save it for the next round and enable the CTs to buy up once again. And MyXMG make it 7-6. But considering the CT is the harder side on Dust 2, I think that Nostalgie did a pretty good job already. They obviously can't lie back, but they can be quite content with their results so far. If they could squeeze out this round, it would be perfect for them, as the terrorists are going for the force buy. Apex pushes into middle, supported by Kali and the scope. Apex takes out 2. Hunden and PNX go down. MSL in the meantime got 1 frag back, but that's not really too much. Tensky onto Apex finally got rid of the nuisance, but Kali is still roaming in middle, taking out MSL. Or was it MSL? Not quite sure. Tensky still alive for the terrorists against 3 CTs. The bomb is dropped in middle. Apex has spotted that and called it out for the CTs. Now it's Kali just scoping into middle to prevent Tensky from picking up the bomb. Let's see what he's up. The Dane carefully peeking out of lower tunnels, nading out into middle as well, and he should use that smoke to pick up the bomb. As long as middle is smoked, Kali is more or less taken out of the game. And he's really carefully advancing too short now. Might be the better bomb site to attack, but he's probably got the scope of Kali pinned down on short. Now Tensky needs to hit that shot. Kali already... No, he didn't spot him. Now he spots him, and Tensky gets the great timing onto Kali to take him out with an instant headshot. Now plans for short, and he could potentially anti-push the CTs. He needs to avoid that 2v1. He wants to go in for the different 1v1s, and he wins the 1v1 against Overdrive. Now he's on T-slope, and he's gets shot by Hooch. From long by Hooch, and he gets a frag onto Hooch as well. Great 4-kill by Tensky to swing it back onto my XMG. 7-7 it is right now, and Tensky just carefully picked up the bomb, then made his way to A. Kali with bad timing on the A platform went down to an instant headshot. Tensky went in for that 1v1 against Overdrive in CT spawn, and he won that, and Hooch missed a crucial shot with the AWP from long. Tensky was able to pick up the AWP that Kali dropped and took out Hooch with ease. He made it look very easy in that position. And the terrorists with a very fast B push take out 3 CTs already. Tensky is still holding that AWP that brought him so much luck already. Took down 2 players with it. And Apex alone against 4, and he goes down to MSL. My XMG seal the deal in the first half and make it 7-8. And 18 frags for Apex in just one half, really racking up the numbers. On the other side we have Tensky with 16 thanks to his 4K round, and MSL with 13. Hunden and Overdrive a little off from their teams. Well, Overdrive not too much, but Hunden certainly lacking a little bit right now. As we go live with the second half here between Nostalgie and my XMG in the Game Show League. I am Boo with Game Agents TV, and this is the pistol round. It will be crucial for my XMG. If they manage to win it, it would be great for them, as they didn't have the perfect half, but it's still an okay scoreline for them. The pistol round though should be what kickstarts them on the CT side. Oh my god, I'm still not offline in friends. Nosegi with his low A build up, and now they're going in onto long. Kev with only 1 frag would have been crucial. Now they're pushing into long, taking out Hunden on the spot. Tensky and MSL still standing for the CTs, but MSL gets taken out, and Apex cleans house onto Tensky. A great swift round by the European mixed team. To win it for them, and actually I just want to go offline. There we go. Now there's no more Steam notifications popping up on the left. Sorry for that. Nostalgie with a full buy. They purchased 2 Galils for Hooch and Kali. My XMG with a P250 5.7 mixture of pistol buy, trying to put something between them and the terrorists. But they have left B completely open, and Nostalgie has captured it already. They are calling in for the backup. The bomb is rotating. Apex takes out MSL. Tensky falls to Kali. Kali keeps pushing, takes out Hunden in CT spawn, and it's PNX all alone, and he's on short. He's being pushed by 2, gets a frag off onto Overdrive, but Kali with his 3rd frag of that Galil finishes him off and makes it 9-8. No problem for Nostalgie whatsoever. Great start onto the terrorist side, and exactly what they needed to have the momentum back. Apex are now going with a really standard setup. SF with 2 nice headshots opening up B bomb site for the terrorists. It is Hunden right in front of the B bomb site as Overdrive goes to work on middle, or rather on short, gets the frag onto PNX. Hooch takes out Kev, and SF with his third makes short work out of Hunden. MyXMG not even putting up resistance in that save round, but now they are back to weapons. And Kev with the AWP, he has no counterpart. Let's see what he's trying to do with that scope in hand. He's going for short, it looks like. And he will be opposed by Cali, who stomps down short. Cali already got the opening onto Hunden as well. MyXMG really lacking cover on some of the bomb sites. They have left B completely open in one of the rounds, and now they have left A open, but PNX closes the door with 3 frags in long, and he follows it up onto Apex as well. Now he's on the ace, he needs to get Cali as well. PNX still on long, covering the bomb as well. Now he's flashed, or Cali is flashed by one of the teammates of PNX. And PNX just waits for Cali to push in. He's not eager to get the ace. He's just waiting for his teammates to support him. And together they will take Cali out. MSL gets a headshot. Great flash and great teamwork by MyXMG. And PNX really pays it patient, even though he has 4 frags and he could potentially get the ace. He's not running in. He's not throwing that round for MyXMG, as the Danes come back into the half and make it 3-1 in the half and 10-9 overall. Apex now with the AWP. Quick shot onto long, onto Hunden. Now exchanges that for the AK that Cali dropped him. And Nosegi with the opening after that. Really awkward round they had. They had 3 players in A long double doors, and PNX was sitting right in front of them. And he just sprayed them all down. Now Apex got killed, and it's back to a 4v4 situation. The terrorists are making their way into short. Kev now shows his skills with the AWP once again, taking out Cali. And makes it a 4v3. Flashes and Molotovs himself out to stay alive, as Overdrive now chiming in with 1 frag as well. Takes out MSL in middle, which needs to get that opening frag. But it's PNX already hiding away in long, waiting for his teammates to make the rotation from short, as it's always better to attack together. PNX is just waiting. He's actually anticipating a back push. And the CTs are wasting a lot of time now, slowly coming from short. Hooch is in a very hard position, but he peeks out at the right moment, takes out Tensky. In the meantime, SF took out PNX and long, and Hooch follows it up with a second frag onto Kev. Nostalgie make it 11-9 in the 3v3 situation. A crucial round in the game, as MyXMG is now forced to save. And Nostalgie will probably make it 12-9. Please, guys, stop spoiling the score. You're really cool. You know the score. That's really great for you. But everybody that actually wants to know the score can look it up himself. So I think it's better if you just keep the chat clean of the score lines. And Hooch with a tapping gets 2 frags on long. MyXMG was trying to surprise the terrorists with a long aggressive push, but it didn't succeed in doing so. Nostalgie make it 12-9 and have no problems at all. Ah, hi TV. I actually remember you. So there you go, guys. It's the Banhammer. As MSL swings the FAMAS hammer on Apex, gets the better of that awesome French player that Apex is. Shuts him down and opens up the round onto... makes it a 4v5. But MyXMG has to juggle their players around. Hunden now taking over short. He gets tagged down to 9 HP. crucial damage dealt onto the A defender. They could potentially take him out with a nice nade if they opt to do so, but Cali just waits for Hunden to peek again, and it will be his death. PNX on long, just smoking up and checking that out, anticipating another terrorist push, but the teammates of Hunden get him out alive and they can reposition, but Cav is down to low HP as well. Hooch takes him out, pushes the bomb site, gets the frag onto Hunden as well, makes it a 3v4, and it looks bad for the terrorists, but Cali goes down to PNX, who pushed in from behind. A 3v3, it is going back and forth. The CT is now trying to gather the information if the terrorists have exited the bomb site already or if they're still on the platform, and it's Hooch and company still standing on the platform firing away. The fire squad comes out on top. Overdrive with 2 frags on the approaching CTs. Nostalgie don't allow my XMG to take the chance of getting back into the game and make it 13-9. It is going south for the CTs right now. They have lost 2 crucial 3v3 situations on the retakes on A. And Nostalgie capitalized on that, made them save once again. And the Danes are going for another A long push. Hooch takes both of the CTs out as Apex gets 2 frags himself. It is Hunden still on long, in a very unfortunate position for him to be in with a pistol in his hands. He's got no chance against that AK. 14-9. Nostalgie don't even lose a single player in that save round. And look at their money. 14,000 for Hooch, 14,000 for SF, 12,000 for Overdrive. The terrorists are feeling rich, getting money. And Hooch now in beast mode, just pushed into long, gets rid of Hunden early on. It's 1:30 and the terrorists have captured A long already. They have smoked off CT spawn. The CT's already coming in with the rotation into middle. It is Apex to shut them down with a frag onto MSL. Tensky in a huge battle against Apex, and he actually wins it, opening up short again for his squad. The bomb is not yet planted. The terrorists don't know that there is no CT around the A bomb site, and they took their time on actually getting their advance onto the A platform. Cali with a no-scope onto Tensky takes him out, even though he was flashed, but now pushed into CT spawn. A rather stupid move, to, if you ask me. PNX takes him out, and it's Cav and PNX still standing for the CTs. Cav opens up onto SF. The CTs need to hurry if they want to retake, but actually they allow Nostalgie that 15th round, and they are going for the draw, or rather for the overtime, as the CTs certainly don't want to settle with a draw. They want to win that game if possible. Hooch takes out Cav and gets rid of that AWP. Great economical damage dealt at the end of the round. And Nostalgie now on the match point. The Danes have to step it up now. They need to win 6 rounds in a row. But the terrorists have put 2 AWPs in their hands. It is SF and Cali. And actually Apex as well, going all in that round, but not actually hitting the shot through middle. Nostalgie throw those 3 AWPs away, but Cali pushed short. He would have never done that against any other team, but Cav goes down being flashed. Great push by the terrorists, but great push on the other side of the map onto B. MSL takes out SF as Apex opens up onto PNX. Nice headshot by him. He follows it up onto Hunden as well. But luckily for the CTs, the bomb is dropped at B. That B push rewarded them with the bomb, and they could potentially hold on to that. Tensky with a nice flash surprises Hooch, who couldn't turn away in time. And it's a 2v2 situation, do or die situation for the Danes. And they get pushed from terrorist spawn. It is Apex, the man of the match in my opinion already, and Overdrive to take on MSL and Tensky. And the terrorists obviously know that the CTs are around that perimeter of the bomb. Tensky goes to work onto Overdrive. Apex retaliates with a frag onto Tensky. And it's Apex against MSL. MSL down to 18 HP. 24 seconds on the clock. Apex needs to hurry up if he wants to plant the bomb, but I think he might even go for the frag. He flashes into tunnels. Oh, MSL playing it very, very nice. Waiting for Apex to pass. And now he wants to surprise him as he plants the bomb. But Apex takes the off angle to plant the bomb. And MSL is just moving in, getting the frag and staying alive for MyXMG. Great play by MSL against the French top player to really get into his mind. And Apex is asking for the HP. He can't believe he lost that 1v1 situation. Luckily for the Danes, MSL kept himself together and didn't go all in, didn't go nervous. 10 to 15 the scoreline right now. And Nostalgie with enough money to buy up next round as well. So there's a lot for the CTs to overcome before they actually could relax a little bit. And look at them, they are really fired up. MSL looks a little shaky right now, but I can understand that. Cav, though, doesn't look shaky at all. Takes out Kali, who once again pushed in really madly on short and tried to get the early opening on the A bomb site. Unluckily for Nostalgie, he didn't succeed in doing so. MSL now being sprayed through the door, down to 50 HP. As Nostalgie makes their way towards B with 2 players. Overdrive, the bomb carrier, follows them right now. And they have Hooch to backstab the CTs as soon as they try to get the rotation going. Tensky and MSL inside the B bomb site. Tensky already getting the opening frag onto Apex. No nades used for the terrorists. Maybe they should have tried to flash in to get that opening frag on the B bomb site. But like that, they lose their most important player. And MyXMG with the information that there is at least one more player over there. Cav goes to work on Hooch and Long, and MSL and Tensky finish it off on the B bomb site. MyXMG regaining momentum and drawing their way back into the game, 15 to 11. And the terrorists with that force buy that they already announced earlier on. Actually, it is a full buy, there's no force in that. And the CTs have the chance, if they win this round, it is really important for them. If they win this, they could force a save on the terrorists. And they could get even closer and really feel make Nostalgie feel them in their back, make them feel their breath. And if Nostalgie goes nervous, maybe a few weaker players in their lineup will crumble. And this is the chance for MyXMG to make it happen. Nostalgie with a very standard setup. The mid build-up that I talked about earlier on. Burning time off the clock, trying to wait for the CTs to make a stupid move. And Handen missed Apex there. It is Kev, the next player to show up and get the frag. And Kev with a nice frag onto Apex. Gets rid of the A attacker. But the rest of the terrorist squad is making their way towards B through the smoke. Handen goes to work onto SF. Gets a lucky headshot. Overdrive though, still alive in B tunnels. Gets the opening onto MSL. Kali from middle took down Tensky. And puts down the bomb in a 3v2 situation to win the map for Nostalgie in the Game Show League. Kali and Overdrive to hold on to that planted bomb. The CTs are still waiting, burning time off the clock. PNX goes to work onto Overdrive. Kali getting 2 headshots into middle. Handen and Kev go down. It's PNX against Kali on the outside. Kali on 3 frags already, and PNX gets the frag. And luckily he has that defuse kit to win that round for MyXMG, but it was going down to a 1v1 already. And this is getting closer and closer, 15 to 12. The Danes don't give up, but thanks to the bomb plant, Nostalgie can afford to buy up once again. This is really their last effort. If they lose this one, the Danes will get to the 14 to 15 scoreline and maybe force the overtime on the Nostalgie team. Hooch, though, opens up onto PNX. A little relief for Nostalgie, as they only have to work against 4 CTs anymore. Now, 4 players stacked on long. And it's Hunden on the other side. He's got no support. And he really needs to stay alive as long as possible, or even kill everybody. That's obviously the best choice to make. Cav gets a frag onto short. Now relieves his team a little bit, but Apex shows himself on long. It's Hunden retreating into the depth of pit, and now goes down to overdrives. Mad spray with the AK. It's a 3v4 situation thanks to Cav. It's a 3v3, and overdrive and Hooch are down to low HP, and MSL is already walking in from behind. Great play by the CTs to actually have that player rotating into the back, and he gets a frag onto overdrive. Makes it a 3v2. This looks good for the CTs, but Apex is still alive, and you always have to watch out if Apex is still there. Tensky though takes down the bomb carrier Hooch, and it's only 20 seconds on the clock. Apex all alone. MSL re-rotated into short to support the CTs team members, and Apex doesn't know that. So he's still checking his back, and he's running out of time really soon. Probably tries to hold on to that AWP, but he doesn't. Cav gets a headshot and makes it 13-15. And the terrorists could potentially force it up, and they do so. No AWP, probably. 3 Galils in the lineup for Nostalgie. And MyXMG with 4 rounds in a row, having players step up left and right. 23 frags for Tensky, 20 frags for MSL. On the other side we have Apex with 29, Hooch with 23. And the European mixed team once again going for that slow build up. Overdrive covering long. It's Hooch. No, it's SF actually in B tunnels. And the 3 remaining players just checking out middle. Apex now inches forward into short, revealing his position to the CT spawn player, and forces a small rotation by him. Step back a little bit to check it out, and smokes. So that smoke drawn out by Apex might make the initial or the real push that much easier for Nostalgie. Now everybody joins him on short. They are preparing that A push, and actually MyXMG have 3 players over there. Nostalgie move in together with the nades, and there is nobody to shoot at. They move in uncontested. The CTs have to go for a 5v5 retake as Hunden goes to work onto Cali, gets a frag off with the M4A1. Apex still on short, now needs to secure the back of his teammates as PNX takes down 2. Together with Hunden, he swept the floor with the terrorist on the A bomb side. Apex alone against 2, and he's potentially the only player in the team that could make it. PNX down to 20, Kev down to 14. PNX goes down, but Kev is still alive with the AWP, taking Apex out and keeping MyXMG in that game 15-13. And this couldn't be any better. A game that late really needs to be that close to keep you all alive. And I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoy the show so far, as MyXMG refuses to give up, and they win 5 rounds in a row to really make Nostalgie sweat again. Thanks to the loser bonus, the terrorists can buy up once again, and Kali with the AWP carrying it towards B and trying to get an opening frag over there as 2 players already pushed out onto middle. It's Apex supported by Hooch, and Hunden gets smoked off. Hunden now pushes out with the M4A1. Unluckily couldn't get the frag onto Apex. 34 HP remaining for the French player, and he randomly pushed back and got the frag onto PNX. What an instinct, and what a headshot. Now the CTs need to worry about long. Obviously they rotate 2 players over there, Cav and Hunden trying to regain position. Hunden being flashed in, smoked in to peek out and see where the terrorists are coming from. But actually Nostalgie has 4 players lined up for the B bomb site, and they are opposed by only 2 CTs as Hunden takes out Apex. Maybe fools the terrorists and the CTs and rotating 1 player towards A, but actually they stay on the B bomb side. MSL getting a frag in there. Hooch snuck in from behind and getting 2 amazing headshots onto Tensky, and MSL completely wrecking house on the B bomb side. 3v2 situation. Hunden and Kev to retake it against Overdrive, Hooch and Kali. Hooch is down to 24 HP. He is off God, a little bit. Kelly goes down to Hunden already. Hooch and Overdrive, the two Russians holding on to the bomb site against the two Danes. Hunden and Kev moving in. Hunden with an amazing frag onto Overdrive. Now pushes the rest of the terrorist squad. That is Hooch. And he gets the frag with the USP, with the P2000 and makes it 15-15. Returning into the match is MyXMG. And we will have an overtime, I believe. What happened in that game? It is amazing to watch it. I hope you enjoy it. As I said before, I hope you are as excited as I am right now. It is Boo from Germany casting on Game Agents TV. It is the game show league between Nostalgie and MyXMG. And Nostalgie have been sitting on a 15-9 scoreline. But they couldn't manage to close that game out. And wow, let's see if we can get back into the game. As I randomly got kicked off. Game restarting, it says. And we are back in the game, of course. It will be the overtime on Dust 2. And we are still in a warm-up. So don't worry, you haven't missed anything. Take your time to follow the channel, by the way. To take part in that giveaway that we will host on Monday. It is the CS Complete Pack. There is 1.6, Counter-Strike Source, Counter-Strike Condition Zero, and of course Counter-Strike Global Offensive coming up. And no, this is not live. If you just tuned in, this is the overtime coming up between Nostalgie and MyXMG. 15-15. And we will see what the overtime rule is. I'm just now asking for it. So if you appreciate me casting CS for you, just hit the follow button to show us that you like it. Or post a heart in chat, of course. We will go online with every match that I get my hands on. It will be the ESEC tournament on this stream as well. And my CSGO broke down, so we will have to load it up again. Yeah, so I am Boo, and we will be watching the overtime of Nostalgie against MyXMG. What a great game that was already, and let's see how many overtimes they need to find a winner as we are connecting back to the server. It will be MR5 with 10k start money as I connect back to the server. And the overtime is not live yet, so we haven't missed anything. Can see the game again. Of course, I have to switch the overlay back on so you can't see the GoTV IP. Let's do that once again real quick. And now everything is nice and clean for you to watch. Wow, I need to relax my voice real quick. It is MR3. MR3 with 10k start money, so actually it is the wrong setup on the server right now. I am from Germany. I'm currently living in Munich. I just moved back into my flat in Munich. If you wanna take a look at the flat, it is not that big, but I will upload pictures on my Facebook. So be sure to check it out. I will post it in the chat. Hey, Archie. My Twitter is Debut TV. I will put that in the chat as well. If you want to stay up to date with me, just follow the Twitter. I post basically everything worth knowing in there. And we can take a lengthy look at the scoreboard together. Apex with 33 frags in 30 rounds. That's a really nice kills per round ratio of 1.3. No, 1.1. Yeah. Math skills for the win. Overdrive with 12, so he could really pull his own weight in this matchup. I don't think that he is the reason why my XMG got back in the game. Actually, he had some really important frags as well. On the other side, we have Tensky with 23, Cav with 20, and overall, my XMG is looking very balanced, except for Hunden, who is sitting at 12 frags. Wow, no, I didn't see that. Yeah, but Overgaming is really strong. In my opinion, they are the team to watch in the future. They always been quite nice, in my opinion. But I think right now to make a stint in the international scene, maybe even in the SLTV Star Series 11 finals if they manage to pull it off. Hey Camus, it's going really nice. I couldn't have hoped for a closer game. As we go live, I can't read the chat anymore. I'm sorry for that, but it is Nostalgie taking on my XMG, giving away a lead of 15-9 on the terrorist side as well. Nostalgie wasn't able to close the game out, and now they are sitting in an overtime. MR3, 10k start money. So saving might be a factor in this overtime if the teams don't watch their economy. And Cav opens up onto Cali on the A-bomb side. Cali could have gotten that shot off, but he just... And he just showed too much of his head in that situation. So he went down, and it's a 4v5 situation. But look at Hooch and SF and Overdrive over here at B. While they let Apex work alone, they try to make the CTs make a bad rotation. And actually the CTs have been off-rotated a little bit, but it's still Tensky there behind that barrels. He gets two amazing frags. MSL pushes middle and gets a frag onto Apex, and suddenly that promising looking round for Nostalgie, as they had better position on B, goes south for them. Tensky with a 3k in the first round of the first overtime, making it 16-15, drawing it back. Winning the first round for my XMG, gets their hopes high to win that game in the Game Show League. Of course, Nostalgie is a mixed team, so you can't expect too many timed goals or anything. They circle their players as well, so they play with SF instead of Kenyas, for example. SF is the stand-in today. And I think that's why their terrorist side was as weak, if you can call it weak, as it was. They were often lost in a bad position or couldn't capitalize on bad movements on the CT side that maybe a really trained team would have won. But let's see, maybe they prove me wrong, as Tensky and PNX demolish the terrorist squad. Win the bomb as well on the B tunnels. PNX gets the last frag as well onto Cali. My XMG looking strong in that MR3. overtime, and they have won 2 rounds on the CT side already. Now, as I said, saving is a factor in that MR3. We see that Kali has a scout only. Probably the player that you could trust buying the scout. But the terrorists lack nades as well as weaponry. So it might be easier for MyXMG to actually close it out and make it 18-15. Would be the perfect position for them to start off in that overtime. Nostalgie still shoveling their players around. SF pushing through the smoke, but the CTs pushed through the smoke as well and got the better of him. As Apex took out Kev, PNX now from CT spawn took out Hooch as he was trying to cross towards the A bomb site. Tensky onto Overdrive, and it's a 3v2 situation thanks to a frag of Apex, who is now randomly stepping it up again with a 2k already. Kali and Tim trying to make it happen for Nostalgie, and Apex with a great spray onto Hundin takes him out, and right before that he already had a great spray onto Tensky, put him down to 29 HP. Now he's standing on top of the box, gets another headshot onto MSL. Tensky finally gets rid of him, but it's a 1v1 situation once again thanks to Apex. Kali and Tensky going head to head, and this time it is Kali going out on top. 16-17, Kali winning that awesome 1v1 situation for the European mixed team. And Tensky now on 30 frags, Apex on 37 after that 4k round. But now it's Nostalgie's turn to draw their way back. They need to win 2 rounds on the CT side at least. Well, the least amount of rounds they need to win is 2 on the CT side, and that's already a great and a tall order for them. Tensky onto Overdrive. Hooch is down to 27 HP as well. MyXMG runs into the B bomb site, capturing it without hesitation. Hooch goes down to a nade in the window, and SF, Apex and Kali need to try and recapture the bomb site, in my opinion. They can't really allow MyXMG to get to that 18-16 scoreline, but it looks like the CTs will go to save, as it's basically impossible to retake that bomb site B with 5 terrorists alive. And MyXMG now pushes in for the frags as well. They try to force a save on the CTs as fast as possible. Apex and Kali though get 2 frags back. And MyXMG reaching match point. Let's see if they can actually make something out of that position that they got themselves into. Nostalgie couldn't do it 6 rounds in a row. MyXMG now has 2 rounds to win that game against the European mixed team that was, in my opinion, the favorite team to win it. As Cav opens up onto Kali on long, winning the AWP battle against the veteran AWP of the French side. Nostalgie down a man already. Now they need Hooch to maybe get a lucky shot through the smoke, but that won't happen. He actually rotates towards A to help his teammates. But the attack didn't really commence at all. PNX just overextended a little bit onto SF. He goes down to the AK. Oh, Hooch shooting his teammate. Overdrive almost got his toes taken off by Hooch, who is a little bit too excited at the moment. And now goes down to Tensky. The terrorists put themselves into the match-winning position in a 4v2. SF and Overdrive need to come back into that round. SF with the AWP trying to help his teammate, but he's smoked off as well. Overdrive goes down on the B bomb side. Now SF in the CT spawn. He can't hit the shot with the AWP. Goes down to Tensky. And MyXMG win that game after coming back from a 15-9 scoreline. They make it happen and win it against the European, well, mixed team of pros